Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 22nd to the 28th of March 2021. The whole week really is permeated with the topic of relationships, as we have the Sun conjunct Venus, so the Sun and Venus together, and then at the weekend we come to the full moon in Libra. But to begin with, we are at the spring equinox. The Sun has passed over into the sign of Aries, which is the dawn of the year. Aries is an anagram for arise, so this is the Sun rising up, and we start a fresh cycle of the zodiac. So we have a clear road ahead now after a whole winter of going deep within and rooting out any density and falsity. And now if we apply discipline towards a heartfelt goal, guided from within, and listening to our soul's calling, then we can actually step out into this new year realigned, recentered and ready. We've cleansed and made space for new energies to come in. And since the winter solstice, when Saturn and Jupiter stepped into Aquarius on the day of the rebirth of the Sun, these energies are very Aquarian. So 2020 was very Capricornian, breaking free from restrictions, outdated or corrupt structures, reliance on external support systems, and giving away our power to external governance. And we're flipping 180 degrees this year as we step into Aquarius, which is self-governance, authenticity and integrity. So this week on Monday we have Saturn trine Mars, that's a harmonic aspect, in Aquarius and Gemini, which are air signs. And air is to do with our thoughts and communications. So Saturn in Aquarius is our core strength, our core alignment to what's right and true, and that which will support us through this year as we let go of the external. And Mars is firing up our courage. So together they're firing up the courage of our convictions. It's our responsibility to do what's right and not just follow the crowd. So Aquarius is very independent and forward thinking, but with a very wise background, rooted in universal truth. So on Monday, when independent thinking meets right action, we set ourselves on a course for living a good and purposeful life. And if we put our attention there, then we'll get plenty of inspiration and messages to show us whether we are or aren't on the right path, and to make the necessary adjustments. As we head towards this very relationship-centred week, on Tuesday I feel it's worth examining everything you search for on the outside. Find it first within, as we're about to be shown what relationships really are, and they're far from what we've been told. This is time to go within and be your own love and support system before looking for that in others. We can't expect other people to provide things for us that we're not prepared to provide for ourselves. And our first relationship is really with our higher, deeper self before anyone else comes into the picture. By Wednesday we're back with the air signs, and the feeling here is to examine where we pay attention. The true currency of the earth is not money, it's energy. Energy is the currency of the universe. When you pay attention to something, you buy that experience. So as we come from the Capricorn regime, which was I sell my time for money, regardless of what it does to my energy and health, now we're putting energy and health first, saying I value my vital life force energy, where I place my attention, and in doing so I will then take actions which place myself in invigorating and rejuvenating circles and live a happy and healthy life. So on Wednesday, take note of how much you value your energy, where you place your attention, and is that going to bring back to you the best lifestyle and the most high vibrational health. By Thursday, Venus and the Sun get closer together, and they rejuvenate a love in our hearts which is true, pure and far from complicated. So if you're in a situation, in a relationship, where you could label it, it's complicated, then have a look at where you could find the simplest connection and start to lose some of the psychological storyline and density. By Friday, an introspection to eliminate erroneous thoughts and the beliefs they create wherever we find them. As Saturn in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aquarius are leading us towards taking the reins of a sovereign mind. So far this week it's a bit of a stripy one between the heart and the head. Simplifying our relationships, simplifying our thoughts and beliefs as we head to the full moon, which is on the 28th at 8 degrees Libra, 1946 UK time. So here we have the Sun conjunct Venus and a grand trine in air signs. So as the Sun and Venus partner up in this full moon in the sign of relationships, and the grand trine in air opens a portal for communication to flow, then first and foremost it's really the communication, the conversation that we have with our deeper and higher selves that will improve how we relate to others. Once we're coming from a place of integrity and self-love, we can let others be who they truly are, as opposed to who we want them to be for us. So from last year's Capricorn codependency, we're stepping into this year's Aquarian soul flow, cherishing the connections we share with a free heart and mutual respect. So this whole week really is a workshop on how relationships will be from now on, with independence and freedom, taking responsibility for ourselves and our frequency, and attracting on that vibration. Letting go of the view of separation, that I'm me and you're you and we're separate somehow, and honouring the bonds that we create with others. So have a look at relationships, what you've been told they are, where you've been looking outside of yourself for something that you already have, where you've been placed in maybe a state of need, reaching out, or relying on others for your happiness. Because the powers here are very strong. We're going from the head to the heart. We're sorting out our head and what we're thinking, what we're paying attention to and what the story is, questioning its validity. And we're purifying the heart, getting rid of some of the toxic conditioning, want and need, and really coming home to self and finding our true frequency. So a beautiful lilting week really, from the head to the heart, from the outer to the inner, from doing to being, becoming really good in ourselves, letting go of anything that isn't ourselves on a gentle day-by-day process at this perfect time of year when we're ready to arise and spring forwards fresh and new and energised with an Aquarian vision and a passion in our hearts. So if you'd like to contact me to see where this is happening for you, I am available, zoehines7@gmail.com. I post daily on Facebook at AstroZoe, Instagram at zoehines7, and these videos and more are available on my YouTube channel, zoeastro. So really go gently this week, surf the waves of the head and the heart, let go of density, raise up your consciousness from separation to unity, remodel how you feel about your relationship with yourself, and then allow your relationships with others that respect, ease and flow, as we really are at the breakthrough point here. And collective consciousness is rising up at this time, and we're really being shown how to live sovereign lives. So those are the horoscopes this week, and I'll see you next week.